actually that much glue inside. It's mainly the, oops, okay, so I just put it mainly in the center, and now the moment of truth that we've been all waiting for. Wish me luck. Right, that was actually quite easy, bloody hell, very easy. That was super easy. Done. Open. Oops, it's already set. Gosh, that's quick. I think I'm gonna put it in this position here. That's it. Slightly. No more adjustments. That's it. Done. Bye bye. Freedom of choice. That's it, done. Well, we'll find out, but seems I hope the glue doesn't get any further than it's supposed to. That's why I was only putting it up to here. I wasn't putting it to the end. I could have actually put it to this side as well. It was quite easy to put it on, but I didn't want to risk it just in case I get stuck in the middle and then I'll be a little bit in trouble. So I'm gonna do the other side the same way as this side. Oops. Well, what happened is I had it in this position. I think the glue must have kind of slided there, and now it's not working that well. It's holding in place, but physically it's not shutting the spring. So hand sign is a great thing. I think I should have put it in this position so the glue would not be sliding that way, or maybe even like put it into this position until the glue sets in, because now I've got a little bit of a trouble, and as you can see it's not really closing. So I've got two choices: either taking it off or use some lubricant and see if that helps. Let's see. Silicone. Is it any better? It is slightly better, but still not returning as it should. What if I don't know if that helps at all. I'll spray over here. A bit of silicone there. No, didn't help at all. Yeah, that was a silly thing to do because obviously didn't make any difference. I wonder if with constant use, if that's gonna improve. I really hope so, because I don't want to get with a stuck throttle. Okay, I'm just gonna work it a little bit and see if that helps. So, not as easy as it seems. So basically I had it on and it was not moving that well. I realized that I had put it a little bit too close. You can see there is this ring here, and I don't think should go any closer than that, because then it kind of pushes on this and it struggles to close it, right? So, and actually it wasn't holding that well either. So I need to clean it up now with alcohol, and I'm gonna actually use my glue and see if that makes difference. Yeah, and this time I'm gonna put a little bit more glue because I can see it's going quite easily on. So I'm gonna put it from here up to about here, from here to here, and obviously I need to clean it properly inside and out with alcohol, so it's gonna stick on, because I was using silicone and WD-40 just to do this part, but because I pushed it too close, it wasn't really working that well when the glue set in. So yeah, not as easy as it seems. So I scoured it a little bit with the sandpaper, and obviously I cleaned it with alcohol, and yeah, I'm hoping that it's gonna be a little bit better if I don't put it completely towards the end. So wish me luck. So good news and bad news. I think the distance now is a little bit too much, but I really it sets so quickly that I didn't really have a chance to put a little bit further. Didn't need a lot, just tiny amount to be honest. So as a result, I will have to cut these ends because obviously now when the barren is gonna go there, it's gonna prevent the thing to turn. So I'll have to probably cut it up to here, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So I trimmed it a little bit more, obviously I need to trim it. I actually used the grinder, but yeah, let's see. I think it's gonna be just about right. If not, I'll cut a little bit more with a knife. So my right hand handlebar is in place. It's secured with this clip here. Go through here and here. Next thing to ignition, and then when I come onto onto this side, it's gonna go where the other cables go. So it's gonna go through this, and it's gonna come out through here, where I'm gonna make the connections to the existing loom. I don't know if this was the what's it called, accessory plug. I'm not sure, but it was there, the existing connectors. So that's what I'm gonna use. I already tested it. It's got a plus and minus, so yeah. And the connectors they normally come with where is it, with this kind of connectors, but I cut them and I have put the bullet connectors instead, so it's gonna be a little bit easier to connect. Let me show you. Things never work out into plan. Okay, here we go. So this kind of connectors. So it's pretty simple to connect basically. There is left and right, but it's not specified which ones go to the left, which ones go to the right. But two of them are the same length, and one of them is a little bit shorter. Well, it's not really the same one, but anyway, I'm hoping that this is the this is the longer one, sorry, here. So basically this is for one grip, this is for another grip, so they are the same size, and this is a little bit longer, which is for the control unit that I'm gonna mount with a bracket over to this board here. They also come with a sticky pad, but I don't really like sticky pads, so I'm just gonna mount it. So connection time. I have glued this grip as well, and I actually put it quite close because this one doesn't matter, and it's probably better when it's close because it kind of sticks onto that as well, so it's not gonna move, especially when it's hot. And put this wire through the same loop as the other one, and then I'll put this wiring to do. So left right grip, and the small ones, it doesn't matter which one goes where, and the bigger one goes to this control unit. So I just need to plug these two into this, then hide it nicely in here, and make these connections as well onto the ends that I already made this bullet points. I'm gonna just put like tape on top of it as well, so it's insulated as well. So all the connections are done, and It's connected to the line as well, so I just need to tidy it up and install this bracket. So this goes on top of here, and you see there's like different screws, probably to replace the existing ones, so it's a little bit better. But looking at this, it comes with 2 screws, so I've got a little bit of a problem because all my wiring is on this side, and now the control unit actually needs to be on this side, because as you can see it's using these two, so the unit will be actually on the right hand side, not the left hand side, so I'll need to wire these cables probably through here somehow onto here. Okay, it's not as smooth as I thought it was gonna be. We need to figure out which ones go where. The plate goes like this, and the screws I really like, actually, they're quite substantial, and that's a good thing about Oxford stuff, like the connections, the cables, the screws, everything seems to be so substantial. That's why it lasts. I have used the longest screw on the bottom and one of these washers, and as you can see it doesn't really fit that well in here because I've got a couple of issues with it. First one, if I put it into where it should be, then I cannot use the start button properly. And the second is at a funny angle as well. So I've got some other options to consider, and I'm wondering if it's gonna fit on here. But obviously I don't want to interfere with the throttle, but I think it must just about clear it. So I might put it down. I'm just gonna play with it and then see where I'm gonna place it, but at the moment as it stands it's kind of in the way of this start-stop button, and on this side you have just one screw, which could probably work even on one screw, but since I have 2, I'm gonna play with it a little bit and see if I can reposition it somewhere else. Yeah, and it doesn't go smooth. So the positioning for the MT07, if I put it over here, which actually could be okay, but the problem is it slightly encroaches on the brake and the throttle. That would drive me crazy. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna put it here, but as well it cannot be over here because it's kind of encroaches onto the start button. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn it around this way, I'm gonna straighten this one up, and I'm gonna mount this from this side. So basically it's gonna be out of the way, and hopefully it's gonna work. Just this side is not as beautiful, but you're not gonna see it anyway. As you can see, this is a little bit more polished side. Alright, so I'm gonna turn it around, straighten this up, mount it the other way, and put it on this too. Hopefully that will sort it out. I managed to straighten it out. It was a simple hammer job, and then mount it onto the other side. So now when I put it in here, it nicely clears the starter button, doesn't interfere with anything, and I just need to mount it onto these 2 bolts and sort it. So that is sorted. The only problem was this screw. There was not much space to put a socket in, but I managed to bend just slightly, and I just managed to get the screw under. As you can see, it's slightly bent, but it's okay. It's got one washer underneath here, the longer washer, and one in here. I use actually at the end both of the longer screws turn out to be better. It's nice and sturdy. It's in the right position. Doesn't interfere with anything. So yeah, quite happy with it. Then I have wired it through here, and also, and then I went underneath this unit here, and then it's gonna come out through here and basically join the others. So all the connections are done. I just need to tidy it up, hide it somewhere here in this area, and these cables behind here. That's where they were before. Fuse, yeah, and let's see if it's going to work before I put it together. So, let's see. Moment of truth. Well, looks like I'm wearing black, so that's good news. It seems to be working. Fantastic. Connected. And as you can see, so the connection from the front, nice and neat on both sides. This is mounted correct place as well, and the connections here are now tied, and the rest is hidden behind here as well. So yeah, nice and neat job actually. So quite pleased with it. So just need to put everything together now. Okay, I just found another reason why it's a good idea to follow the instructions. When you close in the throttle, let's say, not closing the throttle, when you're doing a very extreme turning, right? Look, if this was straight down, then you wouldn't even be able to, it would cut on, but now it kind of slides, still kind of touches it a little bit, but at least you could do the tight maneuver if you wanted to. But as you can see, it left a little bit of my glue on top of it, so I need to get it off. Right, put a panel on basically is just to stack it on, just make sure it goes underneath here. And this one goes under, this one goes over. And there's like a couple of push pins that needs to go in. And after the top part, one screw here as well, and then when I get that, so one screw here, one screw here, oops, just come off, so I can show you, so it's one here, and there you go, and so here and here, so this two. This one is actually, I think, with a screw here. Yeah, all the screws are in the right place. However, this one I tightened up a little bit too much, and I broke the bloody thing. Yep. So careful about that one. The work is done. Goodness gracious, I think I spent here 9 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock. No, it was probably 9. Almost 2.5-3 hours. So yeah, it's been interesting day. But anyway, it's done, and yeah, all seem to be working quite fine. So as you can see, here we go. And if I switch the ignition off, it comes off as well. So yeah, quite happy with it. A little bit knackered, to be honest, but yeah, at least it's been a successful day, apart from the broken fastener, of course. So yeah, learning curve, I would say. One project done. Oxford heated grips, by the way, all installed, and yeah, quite happy with the result. So yeah, next project, what it's gonna be.